Goliath, why are you not on the court? You have too many teammates not be on the court. You're too big. And Goliath looked at me and said, you know what, son, I can't play because I have no coach. I can't play because I have no referee. And that's what's wrong in our lives. When we don't want God to be our coach. We don't want God to be our referee, but we want God to be our teammate. Someone to pat us on the back when something's wrong. Someone to give us encouragement when something's wrong. But you got to understand that God controls your life. God is the referee of your life. And you don't want God to be your coach or your referee. You'll be sitting on the bench and you wonder why your spirit is dead today. And I was running up and down this court. I met Jonathan again. I said, Jonathan, what? You keep talking to me. He said, what? You got to understand, you have to tell the saints that they have to be a David. You have to understand, you have to tell the saints that they have to have the spirit of David. You have to tell the saints that what they're going through right now, they cannot fight physically because God fights through the spirit. And you wonder why so many people are in jail. You wonder why so many people are in crazy house because they're too busy trying to fight their battle overnight. They're too busy trying to handle things overnight. God does not work always overnight. Your real battle is worked through a process, which caused us to have faith in God. And as I went up and down this court, I made 2 points, and I said, God, look, you're down by 5 points. And God said, you still got to believe. And I saw Jonathan. I said, Jonathan, I need that revelation. I got to meet David. I have to ask him a question. And Jonathan said, okay. I said, God, let me see David. And I turned around. I saw David saying to my God. I said, David, I need to ask you a question. He said, what? I understand. How did you fight Goliath with 1 stone? You have 5 stones in your bag. How did you fight Goliath with 1 stone? He said, Selena, when I was going through Goliath, before I went with Goliath, my concept was not the destruction towards him, but my concept was whether my victory was going to be secured or not. My concept was whether I was going to believe in God or not. My concept was whether was I going to have faith in God or not. And I said, I still don't understand how you fought Goliath with 1 stone. He's bigger than you. He's more prodigious than you. I don't understand how you fought Goliath with 1 stone. Where it says, Selena, I have 5 stones in my bag. And 5 stones were collected to 1 name, which had 5 letters. I said, I still don't understand. He said 5 stones. 1 letter of J, 1 letter of E, another letter of S, another letter of U, and another letter of S. And I said, I still don't get what you're saying. He said, I don't need all 5 stones because the J was just enough to knock him out. The K is just enough to knock him out. The prayer is just enough to knock him out. Your faith is just enough to knock him out. But if you don't have faith in your life, if you don't have faith in what you're going through, you will never come out a situation handed with something in your hand. You will never come out with strength. You will never come out with more faith. You will never come out stronger if you don't handle the situation. I looked at David. I said, I'm still not getting what you're saying just a little bit. And I went back on the court and I said, God, I got to go back in this game. I went back on the court and made 3 points. And I looked at God. I said, God, look, we down by an extra 2 points. How are we going to win this game? They're too bigger than us. They got more people than us. How are we going to win this game? God said, you are in your storm right now. You are in your storm right now. So therefore, your victory is already secured. So why are you fighting and why are you complaining and frustrating and stressing about nothing? Why are you in your victory right now? Your victory is already secured in your storm. So the only thing you have to understand is when you come in your battle, whatever you're going through in your life, you have to stand still. That does not mean when you said, Selena, you said stand still. So when I'm fighting with somebody, I got to stand still. I said, no, God does not mean your physical stage. He means stand your spirit still. Your spiritual stage has to be stand still. And I said, I still don't understand. Whatever you're going through in your life, God is going to change your spiritual mind. God's going to change your mental mind. So therefore, when your spirit and your mind connect to each other, then you won't be trying to fight a battle physically. So you have to understand whatever you're going through right now, you have to get on your knees. And when I say my message was my faith can't be a diabetic, I mean the medicine to your diabetic faith is insulin, and insulin takes place of your prayer. Insulin takes place of your needs. So you have to understand whatever you're going through in life, whatever you're trying to deal with in life, you have to get on your knees. You have to pray, because whenever your faith is dead, your spirit becomes dead, and when your spirit becomes dead, your mind becomes dead, and it causes you to start reacting to battles physically. And look at your neighbor and say, I found my insulin. Last 3 minutes left of this game, I was running up and down the court, and we was down by 3 more points. And I looked at Jonathan, and I said, Jonathan, what do you want? I just talked to you 2 times. He said, Selena, did you talk to David? Did you get a clear understanding? And I said, I think I understand when he's saying that he fought Goliath with 1 stone when he had 5. I think I understand. He said, Selena, you have to catch a revelation of this, because when David got in the in the fight with Goliath, he wasn't so minded of destroying him, but he was so minded of with God with him. I said, I think I'm understanding what you're saying. And I said, Jonathan, help me understand. I have to get a revelation to these people. He said, you have to tell the saints that they have to have the spirit of David. They have to have the humbleness of David. They have to pray and understand that whatever they're going through, they have God with them. Whatever they're going through, they have the Lord with them in their situation. So therefore, if you believe and understand that you have the Lord with you in your situation, you won't be so frustrated and stressing and complaining about different things. You won't be so frustrated on what you're going through in your schoolhouse or on your job or wherever you are. You won't be so frustrated if you have God with you. Because when God says stand still, he doesn't necessarily mean your physical stage, but he means your spirit. Because when your spirit stands still, it aligns with your physical stage of life, then you won't react to a situation physically. And as I was finishing this game, we was down by 2 points. And I said, God, I believe in you. I believe we can make these points. And then I looked to the left, and they put Goliath in the game. I said, God, they put Goliath in the game. Do you see how short we are against Goliath and his teammates? He said, God, and God said, why are you so worried about the size of the situation? Why are you so worried about the height of what you're going through? Why are you so worried about the midst of the situation? You got to understand that no situation is big enough for me not to handle. You got to understand anything that you're going through. It does not matter how small or big it is. No situation is big enough for me not to handle to. And God said, okay. I said, okay, God, I got to make this 2 points. And Goliath is on the court, and I have to go down with him. He's playing defense on me. He said, and God said, well, if you keep me with you, you will be like David and only need one stone. You'll be like David and only need one cross up to the basket. And I said, okay, God, I understand what you're saying. So I went down the court. I crossed up the line, and I went to the court. And when I went to the court, I failed. And I said, God, how are you going to let me fall when you told me that all I need was you? And God said, well, if I don't let you fall, your faith won't be big enough for me. If I don't let you fall, your faith won't be big enough for me to believe that I can bring you out this. So I'm going to let you fall sometimes so your faith can go. I'm going to let you fall sometimes so your strength can go. I'm going to let you fall sometimes so your mind can go. What you're going through right now is not big enough for me not to handle. And I went back, God. I said, God, I have to foul. I got to make these 2 free throws. And I said, God, can you help me with this? I went to the free throw line. And I said the free throw line, and I missed both of my free throws. I said, God, did you just say if I have you, that you would have me go through this? And God said, I'm letting you fall again. You still don't believe in me? So I went through the free throw. Went back on the bench, took a break, and I talked to my team. I said, we got to win this game. We got to have God. And I looked at God and said, you have to be with me now. There's only 3 seconds left on the clock. So I went in the game, and I dribbled the ball down the court, and I saw Goliath coming next to me. And I looked at Goliath, and I said, the glory of God is on my life. The glory of God is all over me. The power of God is all over me. So just because you're big enough, don't mean I can't cross you up. Just because the situation is so big does not mean you can't get through it. Because whenever you go through something, you're not going to come out empty-handed. Whenever God puts you through something, you're not going to come out not having nothing. You got to understand what you're going through now, you are coming out not empty-handed. That does not mean you're coming out with a car. It does not mean you're coming out with money. But you're coming out with more faith. You're coming out with more strength. You're coming out with your mind with us. So I went down the court, dribbling the ball, and I passed Goliath, and I saw his other teammates. I looked at my teammates, and 2 of them broke their legs, so they had to get out the game. So it was 3 on 5. And I said, God, it's 3 of us, but 5 of them. God said, don't the situation look big, but you don't think I can't handle it. So I looked at God, got back in the game, dribbled the ball. My other 2 teammates was behind me, so it was 1 on 5. So I looked at Goliath. I said, just because it's 5 of y'all, don't mean I can't get through. I looked at Goliath, and then when I dribbled the ball, I tripped on my foot, but the ball went in the air. And when the ball went in the air, it went in the net. And I said, God, the ball went in the net. Just because you fall, don't mean you won't get back up. You have to understand, just because you're down now, do not mean you won't get back up. Just because you're sad now does not mean you won't be happy again. You have to understand, you can't let nobody fight your joy. Because if you let somebody fight your joy, then your faith is dead. You have to get on your knees to understand that my prayer is my insulin to my situation. My prayer is my insulin to everything I'm going through. So what you're going through right now, it's not where you're going to stay at. Because God says, stand still and show up for this game. Show up in the spirit for this game. And then when you show up for the spirit in this game, keep the faith and stand still. God will be with you. Bless your heart.